these type of analysis. What analysis I am talking about? I'll just right now calculate the profit volume ratio. I will calculate the break-even analysis. I'll do the break-even analysis and I'll do the margin of safety part, right? This part I'll do. So what information they have given us? The information which they have given us is like this. Example, just listen very carefully. Selling price per unit is rupees 12. Variable cost per unit is rupees 8. Fixed cost rupees 30,000 per annum. Output sold during the year 50,000 units. Now, the very first question they are going to ask us, calculate profit volume ratio. What they're going to ask us? Calculate profit volume ratio. Right? Is that fine? So you need to first understand what do you mean by profit volume ratio. So profit volume ratio is basically ratio of contribution to sales. It's a ratio of contribution to sales. In short, many call it as PV ratio. So that is like contribution by sales into 100. Like we calculate GP margin, same profit volume ratio. On the basis of sales, this is my contribution margin, so what is the ratio? Now you must have noticed that gross profit is constant at all levels of sale. I mean to say that if I take sales for 10 units, so I'll take profit for 10 units, I'll get PV ratio. If I take sales for 1000, I'll take profit for 1000, I'll get PV ratio. If I take sales for 50,000, I'll take contribution for 50,000, I'll get PV ratio. So this PV ratio at all volumes of sale will be constant. It means if I calculate PV ratio of 1 unit by taking 1 unit or 1000 or 50,000 or 1 lakh or 1 crore, the ratio will be constant. Because accordingly the denominator will increase, decrease, accordingly the numerator will increase, decrease, right? So you need to remember this thing, that PV ratio will be constant for all volumes of sale. You can make a note of it. Right? I can write note PV ratio is constant for all levels of sale provided selling price and variable cost per unit does not. If this changes, then but obvious contribution will change, so ratio will also change. So how to do it, right? I'll prepare one income statement. right? And what is my total output sold for 50,000? I will prepare income statement for 50,000 units. What I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate for 1 unit as well as for 50,000 units. Selling price 12, variable cost 8, right? So 12 into 50,000, how much is it? 6 lakh. 8 into 50,000, how much is it? 4 lakh. So contribution is 4 and 2 lakh. When I subtract fixed cost, but obvious this is total for the year, so fixed cost will be subtracted from this column. How much is it? 30,000. So as a result, I will get profit 1,70,000. Very simple, right? Sir, they told us to calculate PV ratio, but what you have calculated? Now listen. If I now calculate PV ratio, just have a look. It's a ratio of contribution by sales. So 4 by 12. How much is it? If I do in 200, it will come 33.33%. And here I have to do 2 lakh. So accordingly I have to take sales 6 lakh. So you can easily say the ratio is constant. Because this also varies on the basis of output, this also varies on the basis of output, so it also has to vary on the basis of output. Is that fine? Simple. GP by sales into 100, contribution by sales into 100. You calculate for 1 unit, 10 units, 50,000 units, still your answer will be same. So I have got this ratio, but since it is coming in decimal, so I can write 1/3 of sales. Simple. Just to avoid the decimal part.